The Beehive Podcast with Richie B. We're chilling with the hustlers, we're chilling with the entertainers, and we're chilling with the entrepreneurs.
You know, let's do this. I don't know if I still have something. Let's toast, man. But it seems like you don't have anything.
Yeah. No, I don't have something. Let me see what I can do. Let me try get something. Pass the Kovasia. Everybody sing it out. Pass the Kovasia. Yeah.
So now I got test.
I thought we're not on Black Label.
We mix. I know what's going on.
Black Label.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, December or get away and prepare event. No. It's very important. Skakra uno majwala kamaraona unamilong khoga ra o ke kushish.
Ne.
It's very important. Argor. Mosagire level taster see ya toaster.
If toast.
Okay.
Let's toast. So whatever that we toast for, to arabulela or toaster for what? Okay. We're toasting for more money. We're toasting for
prosperity.
We're toasting for prostitute. It goes with prosperity.
For prostitutes.
We're toasting for what again?
For love.
For love.
We're toasting for family and light.
Making love.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. All right, ladies and gents, thank you so much one more time for tuning in. Thank you so much for being here. I know you could have been somewhere else doing some things, but you chose to be here with me. Gonna be Joke Richie B. Mshimana mutele kasema omozorwana kamala. Baba nzima barakena Mr. Donkey my baby. A donkey my hosha. Ladies and gents, in the building, I'm joined by Dr. Sangoma. I didn't understand why I picture Dr. Sangoma, only to find her. He is a medical doctor by profession and he is also a Sangoma by profession. So, Kidilo J2, thank you so much for joining me, man.
Thank you, brother. Thank you for having me. And then the Towela, Leva Chili, Buruba, Richie B and the Joy podcast.
But we picture Dr. Sangoma. I don't think these are your name.
No. This Agimaina, a technology, Dr. Sangoma. It's not my true name. It's Chagamo ID.
Kid stage name. Yeah. What
depend maragamo ID maina ga butlalo ba re ke nna Nkgolo Philips Yaneo.
Yeah.
Maragamadi ke nna Phangweni ga Gwambe ntsezo ga Baloyi nomkhalanga nomnyayi.
Okay. Ke lebitso la badimo leo. Penguin
ke lebitso la badimo mara le la Nkgolo le la ga Baloyi ke la ga bopapa. And then ka ga bomma ke nna Nkgolo. Ke nna Mamudi a koma nna ke botjama English tolo sa tlhako.
So my brother, which are Dr. Sangoma, because of Dr. social media, you are pushing my brother and come to think, how do you do it? How do you manage? You're a Sangoma. You are a traditional, you are a medical healer. Medical doctor.
Yeah.
And traditional healer. How do you balance the two?
You're now it's a bit tricky, but I think it's just that I'm not fake.
Yeah.
So I live my truth. So ke the cap, yeah. Because at the end of the day, the aim what you do at the end of the day, if then it's okay. So it means this allows me then to be able to access even spaces still or ordinarily just an ordinary medical doctor or an ordinary traditional healer will not be able to access. So for me, I just see it as one of those challenges, then I should grow bigger, and question bigger, yeah. That's basically it.
So let's say now someone who had like hospital and mucheka moto because of you have a gift or kidding wabona. Someone o mo lebella ka dilo tša Sesotho, I mean just goa wa bona gore o nyaka thušo ya Sesotho, do you refer the person or what do you do? Because of yena o tla ko wena I expect Sangoma ha tla ko sepetlele. Do you Salo find the situation ya mogote?
I do. Actually, a lot of times ke tlhakana le tsona those situations. But the problem kore e ke le ka mo mmerekong wa sekgowa. Remember, you are guided by a certain code of conduct as well as a certain code of ethics.
Yeah.
And then also respecting or but different belief systems. You understand?
Yeah.
So I have those things in considerations. Although I tell them, but most of the time I try to switch off my Wi-Fi. So I just yeah.
Can I control or ino tla fela se jo na le moleko go no bona?
When the more you grow into these things, the more you when the information comes, so you can be able to switch off the switcher. Like for example, look at all this then then it's a problem. So you're like, hey, switch it in a million switcher off then but for a pause.
Badumela. Because Badume ba tlile go nna go sa ba blog. Ke betse ba fitlhile botse. O ya ka nna o ya ka mogo ke dileng da search ya. Mara control them.
Mara Badume ke mang?
Ke bana ba bontshang ba.
Ene ba bona ka nna ke. Ba bona ka nna ke mafelejo. But they will see or show me what they want me to see.
Oh, yeah.
I get my fellow who decides what I do with that information.
Yeah.
So if at that time I feel like hey, switch bot off, on pause. You understand? Because it's very important because sometimes these things can be too invasive. You understand? They can be too invasive. Imagine then suddenly punch something and then now we must move and concentrate on that thing. It's not fair.
So no, what would you ring now? Medical. How did you find Orozuzu ona this gift before to ya Sangoma? Between Sangoma and over Doctor ko hospital.
Actually, I'm not gifted. I am the gift.
What do you mean?
If I was gifted, it means that thing somebody has given it to me, then I can give it and pass it to somebody else. It means I can take it. Take it. So for you to take this thing that is inside me, you are going to have to take me in totality. So I'm not gifted. I'm the gift myself, as you see me as I am.
And then how did you find Orozuzu?
So being the gift, therefore, it means then from birth. So what happened? Yeah.
Physically or
Modipono.
Okay.
And then my father's grandfather.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm pitching cool. And then that's when she found out that she's pregnant. He has no ex-noveleo. Bamfalina la kama umma.
Yeah. Little thing.
Lela Philippe. Yeah. I don't even like this name. Yeah. I don't even like this name. So yeah, then 2 days after his novel, I think from the word go, I was very smart. I could realize what my name was. So then
yeah.
Then having Kishagamu family traditional healer, because back in the days very the traditional healer more than the modern medicine and medical doctors. Then gave us also no Mukhalabu lela lina and lina lela lekilabo rahulwaga kamutlagon labo pap.
Yeah.
Then that's when then Bam Fetushalina lela the neighbor Kibijong cool.
So Wankulu Philip
yes, then Kabang Kulu Philip. Then I know about Filipino because already mo the IDing and stuff.
Yeah.
But I bergishiwe do.
Nkulu yana muri palasi.
Nkulu yana muri passing, yes.
Oh.
Yeah. So from then we knew Zilayaga okay, Zilaya Mukhalabo is a towards this side because Mukhalabo is really a healer. You understand?
Oh yeah.
Then from 5-6 years. Then I started seeing things. So
6 years.
Yeah. I was too young. So I could tell or mamang uto border or you understand, stuff like that. So because I was a very naughty child, then they will think it's just naughty. So Oledi will just always call me into order.
Oledi was there.
Yeah. But she's always known. So when I'm like 11, then that's when this thing it become very tense. No explanations, and then then from Tailela Mashila, then about Dilojaga, then I'm like a Tomo fall. So throughout then I see idea process out. No. I was still going to school, I was still a young boy, just doing normal things, but I was struggling at night, until you lay Namilban Kisha Chela Chauribu, Hopella, or Dimorno, a fang Mishimaninako, and then or at a school.
Oh, they can do that.
Yeah. So then the gang, I thought maybe they were like, okay, maybe let's give this young man a break, and then they gave me some break. Then that's how then I went to school, cafe, and then Babua Papa Pella Unali school just
medicine.
Yeah.
So medicine was no calling.
Yeah.
Then Udia medicine was what inspired you to do that?
Now honestly speaking, I did not want to do medicine. No, I wanted to do humanities. I love media. So I've always loved doing the media, acting and whatnot and all this.
Yeah.
But then some of my teachers back in school, they were saying, I should do law because I speak a lot.
Yeah.
And I've got a lot of reasons.
Yeah.
The others were saying I should do medicine, So then Girlex no feature metric. Ki register for humanities or good literature, drama and stuff.
Yeah.
Then one teacher of mine from my high school agreed about the scholarship to Cuba.
Oh,
yes,
you went to Cuba?
Exactly, I studied in Cuba. Then she called me, so but I was thinking, anyway, I'm not gonna get in there,
Yeah.
Then I put in the application. Next thing, boom.
How many years study for medicine?
I went to Cuba for 7 years. So I did 1 year of Spanish, and the other years then I did medicine.
Spanish again? ¿Qué language?
It's a language, yeah. It's a language.
¿En tu medicine Spanish?
¿Cómo estás?
No way. What is it? What is it?
It's how are you?
French and Spanish, is it the same?
They are almost the same because they originate from Latin, So French, Spanish, Italian, Portuguese.
Yeah.
Yes.
So tell me, man, which check man go Cuba?
I was taken by the Department of Health of Limpopo.
Oh, wow, man.
Yeah.
And your parents, where are they at the time?
My father, unfortunately, who decided to move into the other realm, the year 2000. I was just about to finish my high school.
Move to what?
To the other realm. We underground, go X-ray. It's part of the floor gang, the X-ray gang.
Oh, he's no more.
Yes.
He passed on.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Rest in peace. I didn't get it. So,
yeah. My dad passed on. Just before I finished high school. My dad had 3 wives.
Are you serious? Because I'm asking this because I know you.
Now we sell out.
And you're also a polygamist.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. Look. I subscribe to polygamy. Number one, because Because I think monogamy is a fallacy. Monogamy, I think, is a lie. And then was brought to some guy, probably abuse or something like that. So it felt like, because it's unnatural if you think about it. It doesn't make sense. From the natural order, it doesn't make sense. Also, from an...
What does it make sense?
Yeah, and then other people but the other. So once you date this person and you marry them, you don't see other people in that other way, because monogamy says you must not look at any other person that other way.
Yeah, and when I say doing again,
is it practical? It's not about what I want; it's about the practicality of it.
Or temptation.
Like now, I want to be Obama's cousin, but I can't. You know what I'm trying to say? So I've come to accept what it's not about what I want. It's about what the reality is.
And you're married now?
I'm very much married, happily so.
How many wives do you have?
I'm married with one right now.
Does she know that you're gonna have?
She knows that I'm a polygamist, but now the type of polygamy that I want, I aspire to involves her. She is the key. She's the main role player in that polygamy. It's not me going out to Jola, then I find somebody, then I bring into the picture. So it's a polygamy where she is the one that leads that process of finding that.
Come on. So she knows, or now you're in a market. You're looking for someone. Or already
No. She doesn't know that I'm looking. There's no looking. There's no official looking. We are still at that stage where because there's a lot of factors that are involved here. Number one, the security. Security.
Yeah.
You understand? Which is money, exactly. So if at this moment I don't think I'm financially stable to take care of another wife.
You're a doctor, professional.
so
now we know why. But you're a doctor. We know a doctor is a doctor, and a humble one.
Yeah. So the thing is, for me, the type of polygamy that I aspire for, or I aspire to, it's that one, Meloring, because people think polygamy means the other person is deficient. I'm bringing you in because the person that I'm with is deficient. That's not true.
Yeah.
What if we are bringing something to add value to something that was already valuable? If you look, for example, at the economics right now, the economy it's a bit bad. So if the economy is bad, why not bring things into one basket, and from that basket, all our interests are all protected? Because at the end of the day, marriage is just a contract. It doesn't mean anything if there is no proper understanding between the two parties.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come on. So, doctor, meaning the second wife is coming?
Definitely. After I convince my wife, of course. Which is going to be a very...
And then obviously, before over the second wife, you must date that person. No.
There's going to be... Of course, we're going to have our own individual interactions. And have our own... But our dating should not be caspiring. Because once it becomes caspiring, then it's no longer part of polygamy.
So
you understand exactly my point. So when you are coming into something that is already existing, and then you are coming in to add value to something, to that thing. You understand what I mean? Yes.
So tell me, why two wives? Why do you have to have two wives? Because of
number one, because like just what you've said, I'm Dr. Sango. So as myself, onali sibesho selo ring swanje sitlhokomelo ka setso sa borena and le sibesho sa ka mo sa badimo.
Yeah,
you understand what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, and of course, and other than that, because of many other plans that I have now individually, that means that I have to have people that I know that they've got my interest at heart, and they know that they've got something to lose. You understand what I mean? Because it's very dangerous out there to do business with people that anything can go wrong. But if you are with somebody that gains something and they've got something to lose, and it's theirs as well, then it means you can work together as a team.
Okay. So in a polygamy, I'm asking myself because I've never seen myself in that. I can say if I have genes for polygamy. How do you do it? Do you sleep in one room? How does polygamy work?
Of course.
Do you have threesome?
I think those things are the administrative issues that would depend on each and every couple, you know. But of course, out of respect and all that, depending on you, me, I would not have that. I would have each one of them in their own spaces.
Yeah.
You understand what I mean? Because also I need to respect the autonomy of the individuals as well as their own privacy and their own needs. You understand what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's why I'm saying it's a polygamy that must not. Although my dad was polygamous, I do not agree with this form of polygamy.
Oh.
You understand what I'm trying to say? Exactly.
So now these are two wife. On our side, way two. You're going for vacation, literally.
Yeah.
Or you book you book with one that side. Like I'm curious. How do you
I think that will be the epitome of the polygamy that I aspire for, you know. Yeah, but yeah.
Ne polygamy, man. There's lots of jelo nginya go belela lo wena ka John. Doctor, there are a lot, man. Athi mo belela ka sejisho. Ojisha motho, is it real? I always ask the people, is it real?
Yeah.
Ya dira kanto.
Yeah. Actually maybe before we even go into the specifics of like these things.
Yeah.
You need to understand your darkness exists. It's real.
The fifth. Okay, it's
The fifth.
Yeah.
Darkness exists, or batho ba boshego or shumisha whatever means who did a bobe mo mothong who exist. So meaning if who exist, it can come in any form. It can come in a form of fujishiwa, it can come in a form of oratishwa, it can come in the form of any other form that
Oratishwa again gets full.
Yes, gets full. So it does definitely exist.
And you said we were talking about Baloi, or some they connect. They know.
Bere sa bolela ka botsosi bere bolela la motho me bere bolela ka yona ne re bolela ka taba ya what is moloi,
Yeah.
and then who is moloi.
Yeah.
Because you actually asked me about the same thing. If you khona ntsha sejisho, does it mean ro khona slogela na?
Yeah.
And if you khona slogela, does it mean ro moloi na? I think that's where we were.
Yeah.
I think that's where we were. Yeah.
So okay, sharp. Now sejisho. Say last time for how long most system yamat. If like when I get like when I kerata joy ashuen. Say last time. Say I don't know. Maybe if you can just tell me. And also, or how can we avoid or protect ourselves from sejisho? Because there's always something yellow about it. But developology palakala for
well, sejisho in that case, so bolela nga sona ke sejisho sa the relationship.
Yeah, sa relationship. Yeah.
Renale sejisho sa ka odimo le sa ka fase.
Ka odimo?
Meaning the one that you will eat.
Yeah.
And then the other one you will also eat.
Ka fase. Yeah.
So we but of course then it lo ba re o robetile na wa robetile na o robetile na tla be ba feel whatever the concoction tio ba fan tsona and whatever's then that person will get them through that. And then the other one kisawjishiwa, of course, through food or whatever, drinks or whatever. Yeah. So, but now the easier one that is easy to deal with, because that's why Baba then and stuff like that. And unlike this one, Sagafasi, because now that one is more tied to your genetics. Now that one is more tied to your blood, so it's a bit difficult to undo. Yeah, because this thing is just mathematics actually.
Doctor, tell me, you are two things. Which one do you love the most? Which one do you enjoy the most? Being in Ndumba or being go hospital helping people?
I think it doesn't matter where I am. I love my jobs, both of them, because like I said, it's just about patience at the end of the day.
Yeah.
But maybe there are moments I feel like here I'm at my utmost best. Because the nice thing about being a Gondume, I don't ask you anything. You just sit there and I start telling you everything. Unlike Kakua must ask you, oh, watola, oh, na mati jawa watola kwa pedi kwa ya kwa ukishari Mariela kakua rozera kwa mwisho rozera kiwara wa watola 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 wa salu mnyani ulo salu mnyani watorisha kuru salwadi ya watu ongusha.
Yeah.
And for me, I find that fascinating to be able to have that connection and then be able to grasp all that information without even doing anything.
Yeah.
So for me, I'm like, every time I'm amazed, I'm like, oh, okay. Hey, ne?
So before we jump to so, about reporter or ubona jwang like, bon ashuyen, ubona na le daini mobelaren. What do you see? Ubona picture or the voices are coming or so? Moto unale ba mujishije moto. How does it work?
So mpoye ibereka differently.
Okay, rawe.
Mogona.
Yemagoe.
Oh,
there's voices that
no, I don't hear voices. If I start hearing voices, then I'm going to have to go to Vescopis. I guess that's why I'm here. So Mpoye in different forms. You can dream somebody or somebody's like that, or immediately when. But basically, the whole now with what happens to me is that I have mastered the art of reading energies.
Okay.
So I've come to understand we are all emitting energies. So we are emitting energies. There is an energy field around you.
Yeah.
There is an energy field around me. That is why you just suddenly not like them or you like them, but you don't even know them.
Yeah.
It's because of that circle of energy that is around them. So you and them are communicating. So this is the sixth sense that we would call clairvoyance. So all of us, we do have that, but there's those of us that have that continue training it. So for now, I don't think there's any thought that belongs to me. I don't own any thought. If something comes to my mind, I pay attention to it. And the more I ask it questions, the more it becomes clearer and clearer. So that is how then I'm able to, because immediately when I see you, Bare Musadi Wakupana Umuyelo, why does that come? You understand what then immediately then I understand that there is a connection, there is an information that is coming that needs me to open up, me being the vessel that I am. And from there then I'm able to understand, oh, okay.
Mara Dr. Bon, ke linara lora batho ka mogara lora mara sometimes ra leba lora le kae. So ukra ke lora ka something bangitimsha ba di meaning I forgot about that.
It's basically what I'm saying Rena ordinarily system ya ni jojo e rutile gore we must get rid of that part of us that we call an intuition. You understand what I mean? If it's not scientific, if we cannot put it here and we cannot touch it, therefore it means it's not real. And because of that, it's like an arm of yours that are we very kishi. All of us, we are born knowing. Why? How is it that immediately as Nobel I must cry, because if I don't cry, there would not be air that would go into my lungs and I won't breathe.
So is it a norm that
No, if you don't cry, you're going to die. In the next 5 minutes, you're going to die. So if they don't cry, then you must pet them because they need to cry. It's a reflex. It's a reflex that makes sure. It's a reflex. You to shangore. It makes sure ngwana tomogra moya for the first time into the lungs, and then from there, then life begins outside the mother's womb. So that is an information that is already encrypted in your being. So it is the same thing with the information of dreams. Others now you would say deja vu because you're like, man, I've been here before, or something like that, or something like that.
Yeah.
But now the thing is, because these are part of us, already entertain, are engage further more, then they go lacking behind, because right now we are focused very much on materials. Material. Then we forget the spiritual part, which is the majority part of you.
I hear you, man. Sekgwa, o motho le sekgwa o na le bo matalane, man. Tell me about that. Why you always go swing? You always go for the bushes. What's happening?
Because you get all the elements that you need of life. Sekgwa, hey, o nyaka therapy. O santse no ya go swim, because like I said, sekgwa o kry-a metsi. O kry-a air. You find earth and you find wood, and all are those elements that makes you as an individual. That's what you have at the end of the day. So here we are going, especially to the mountains. So do you know that scientifically information is stored in a hard surface? So let's say right now we are speaking, and then some of the words that we are speaking. The nearest mountain, the top of the mountain, that information is going to go there and is going to be stored in the rock.
Come on.
Now, when you go into that mountain, literally, and you sit there and you keep quiet, you can hear an information and have all the conversations that have ever been had.
All one.
Even if you are with people, but the most important thing is that you need to be able to keep quiet and be able to listen. So basically, when you go to these places, that's why you will go up a mountain with a question and come back with an answer.
Joan, how so?
You should try it. It's not like you will get there Richie B, you will just suddenly just something will just come and click and be like, oh, you just like have a different perspective. Because it's about energy. It's about electricity. It's about energy. On and off. Switch on and off. Switch on and off. That's it.
Come on.
Yeah.
So, have a fun.
No, it's very therapeutic. We go there and then we unwind. When you get there and then you look at those trees, you listen to that breeze, you get underneath that waterfall.
There are beds there.
And those beds, when you come back there, you are back to your normal self. Because you guys always say you are going to be one with nature. When have you never been one with nature? Because you are the same dead product that died and whatnot, but came back in your form. So you come from nature, you are nature. So that is why when you go to it, you get nature knows how to heal you. Your body knows how to heal itself. That is why we call vis medicatrix naturale, the ability of the body to self-heal.
So you can go to Mudimolo.
I was there in the second week of November. I slept there for 2 nights.
What's happening? How does it mean?
It's so beautiful, man. It's so beautiful there. You know this one thing that I learned about the journey, spirituality. I remember after Bungaga, Mpoela by Posa, then I focused on school. Immediately, maybe in the back of the mind, I forgot my calling. And then I started chasing what everybody would wish to chase, all the material things, and then I started feeling like I'm more important than everyone. I started feeling like I must be praised and whatnot. But now, taught me to go back and understand my role in the universe in its total entirety. I'm not just here for myself as an individual.
Yeah.
You understand? My existence is not about me. I don't even take care of myself. There are people that take care of me. My job is to take care of other people. You understand what I mean? Yeah, that so from that perspective, so when you go back to nature, to a place where there's not even network, your cell phone, it does not even matter how much money you have in your account, because nothing matters at that time. Then you start realizing life for what it truly is. And then you realize all these things, man, they don't even matter.
Yeah, man. No, I want to go to, you posted something today on your Facebook about this interview. So there are people who want to know some things. You said, what is it that you want to know? I'll be with Richie B.
Yeah.
Why network is doing this? Where is it? Dangy my baby, Dangy box 3.
Dangy box 3.
Something big is cooking. Bafana Pakampe. Dr. Sangoma magazine Richie B on the couch. Let me see the question. You said, what do you want to know about? I'm gonna read this. First, ask scrolling. Maputi Luciar, I would like to know how you manage being both medical doctor and a traditional healer. Have you ever came across a situation in a hospital where you help a patient in a Western way, but his or her condition needs tradition? I think you answered that.
Yes.
And let me go to another one. I see Muruti Liti are replaced with Danky Box Street. Okay. Our leadership, I want to know, with certain cases you come across at hospital and you realize they need your traditional. Okay, I think this one you also did it. And Mary, Nayana, I want you guys to know that I'm so proud of both of you. I need questions, man. I need questions.
There were questions there.
And while I'm checking the questions here, what is difficult? The challenge that you came across, when it was like.
For me, to be honest with you, now I'm one arrogant bastard. Now, you can think that, coupled with the fact that at the time I had just graduated as a medical doctor. So my head was very high.
And you have money.
And I have money. And then at the time I was still good looking. So for me, my problem, I was very much westernized already. You understand? Now, number one, and worst case was my first govela. I'm not too sure. The man answered what is a WhatsApp location. And at that time, I'm at the peak of my career as a medical doctor. But then I must go down. Literally you understand? And literally when I speak to this guy, I must be on my knees and I must even talk. So that was the most hardest thing for me. But I through that I started enjoying it, because later I understood that I needed to break this sense of importance that I had, because I then understood the reality of my people. Oh, chief, if you are saying you are a healer, if you're saying you are a medical doctor, this is the reality of your people. You understand what I mean? So urobala ka mogarega mukhukuola ko thwasong mo
you have money,
and I have money, and ke phakile kolo yengwe ya utura mo I be ke ya ko thwasong ka sports car.
Come on.
So for me that
yeah, I
love him.
But you mentioned,
I love him very well.
You said first govela.
Yeah.
How many govela do you have?
3.
3. Why?
Because of the complexity of my gift. Asita ba ya gore motho a ditjo o mollo mong o dira mmereko wa gae wa fela, then o mo dira yeng. So ke ile ka o thwasa sedimo sa munguni sa mchangane ko my first go. Then ya ba gore wa ba le di taelo tse dingwe tse le reng di swanetse di dirwe ke another gobela from another different place. Ona petela le dimolelo different, then ka ya ka o le pet. Then from there, then the last one then was when I went into Mozambique, then go to the last one. Well, yeah, the Mozambique.
When I'm so strong, man.
What is strong? Yeah.
What is your specialty in terms of Sangoma? What do you specialize? There are clients here. They need service. What kind of service do you offer? Come on, Sangoma.
I need to come Sangoma. I'm not even interested. Coach,
yeah.
Now my job is to make sure that secure expression and then secure protection and maybe secure legislation alongside deserve. You understand? I'm trying to use my position and privilege. Actually interested kondumbe.
Yeah.
Kondumeng, my job is to make sure that I align Badimuba by my clients. I align Badimuba the initiates. I look at generational issues. You understand what I mean? Because for example, we're not right now. Give me 8 surnames that you come from. Four from your dad and 4 from your mother.
They will pegula me. I'll give you
exactly.
Private.
So then what happens?
Know where I come from, yeah.
So what happens is that from there, when you reconcile Badim, you need to understand that in spirituality 1 is equals to 8.
1 is equals to 8.
Yeah.
As 1?
1 is equals to 8.
Oh, okay.
So when as an individual, you are equal to 8 surnames. 4 that comes from your maternal side and 4 that comes from your paternal side. And if we go through each one of them, we can be able to predict and identify where your problems are emanating from and how we can resolve them and align and ground them. So that's where I'm focused at the level of the clients. But I do have the clients alone, but those are not my. I need you to my question. How do we bring traditional medicines into the current system, your health? How do we bring it?
Traditional.
Yes. How do we bring it? How do we legislature it?
Before
why not? even if it's not caspan, but why cannot they claim through medical aid? You understand what I mean? Because right now there is no legislation from government. There is no legislation around Tamaya. And then the problem is that we've got a lot of people that are seeing traditional healers, but these people are not protected by any law. So both the traditional healer nor the patient are protected by any law. Now you go star.
Yeah.
You don't know the methods. You don't even understand the laws, your conservation, your protector, because that mutlar needs to regenerate. You don't know how to save pekuye and how to prepare it in a way that it's going to be consumed, get client, and then even safe when they consume it. That is where my interest is.
Because you're also doing this research. I don't know, what is it that you're studying now?
So my research, I'm actually studying phytotherapy. I'm doing a diploma in phytotherapy with the University of Johannesburg. So my research was actually based on herbal intoxication in rural areas. My focus area is Limpopo, because Limpopo is a province that has got a lot of rural areas, and because it has got a lot of rural areas, it means they have more access to a traditional healer than to a clinic or to a hospital.
Yeah.
You understand what I mean? And then because of that, then it means access. So we see in the hospitals, we see a lot of the herbal intoxications and the whatnot. So my study is based on that, to want to understand, or do patients understand what is herbal intoxication? Do traditional healers who prescribe the medication understand what is herbal intoxication?
Yeah.
Do healthcare workers who works in the hospital, do they understand? Do you understand? Then from that research, we will be able then to come with policies that are going to guide the use of herbal medications or herbal medicines on patients.
Yeah.
You understand what I mean? Yeah. That's why I get more interest as a healer. I think that's my contribution, and that's where the issue of Dr. Sangoma then comes into play. Because I used to struggle, because you from far you can think, well, these two things are contradictory, but now I needed to find a way to say, but why, if they are contradicting, why do they coexist in me? if they coexist in me, how can I then use them to better myself and those people around me?
Yeah.
And then that's where then I look at these gaps, and then that's where I'm focusing at.
Sure. Drop away uifurisha jwang. Do you prefer uifurisha ka se Western or ka se?
Actually, most of the things I prefer or get the forisha ka di herbs than ka di pills. Most of my work, especially I prefer or rather we focus on assisting the body to heal itself than we give it the pills. You understand? The pills mostly I give them on chronic conditions, the high blood, the trachea, HIV, and all those. But at the same time, Leona, I make sure that I limit the exposure to pills as well as the exposure to herbs. Yeah. So my main aim is to try and find a balance. Meal itself healer without me giving you too much drugs that are going to cause other problems, because the pills, although they are not entirely safe. That's why una pills here about fair headache, but stop a headache, but ida roba, about fair ruska roba, but all robot good of the roba, let it half good. You understand what I'm trying to say? So it's not like they're entirely safe.
So can I drop now? What do I do? Kasicho.
When I let drop, what do you do, Kasicho?
Rachel Msadi ki rota di Rachel Rogadi rote, get what discharge munna. What can you add? What advice can you?
What says Sanju Sidie? You Tilanya na wiki lekamu Mosha and Gamu Mafuri Gamu Aikamu, and then we kepa mi do Wakata wa sort. So basically
Abuku mrogo give me vengu.
That's why much ajija guru baru mutomu zudula kamara estate. Estate ya kutaba ilor kavel land. Unless they come from estate, I don't like Mengo, resin Mengo, kill a blow. So basically at the end of the day, I'll but the issue kata ya drobok were what Bekisanya Guru or Agro sometimes the Lojerkas Hono the share on online no say like I said, I'm not that kind of a healer. I don't do, because Kichaba or sometimes information, although it's a good information, can be misread and be wrongly used, and then later it has got consequences to a life, So rather what I would advise is that if you do have a drop, just consult. If you are a person of clinics, go to the clinic. Definitely there is no traditional healer who would not solve drop. It's one of the easiest problems to solve.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Garo, there's a comment on your post that we posted, and it was a good comment about you. But you are very humble, and on your level, they are able to chill with you and have a talk, even if they can't meet your standard based on your profession. One, you are a doctor. Originally doctor, so originally matobala. And when you're not only a doctor, but you are currently an acting superintendent. Currently, we're talking about positions that matters here. But I'm looking for that.
I saw that comment.
Weiboni. I don't know.
I saw it.
I can't find it. I was like, oh, this guy. And another one.
So basically what that person was saying, where do you come from? Although you have achieved so much, yet at the same time
we still find it.
You still speak our language and all that. So basically, who are you? Where do you come from? You understand? And I think on that very same status, already you can have an idea of, this one is a plus jappy, man. Actually, I was born good plasing. I was born in the farms called Sterkrefir. Just Sterkrefir. I was born there from family embarrass. No.
Your color?
No. Mama ki mupedi. Mama is bila mupedi. Mama ki mukhalaga. Utwa seane. Ubatwa kabzwana originally. And my father ki mchanga. Utwa samanzi. So yeah. And then But otherwise, then I grew up Mokadichweni in the village called Kadichweni. So I come from a very poor background. I'm number 7 of 8 in my family, and I'm the first at home and the only one with a degree.
Come on.
Yeah. And then so I understand I understand. I'm fit. It's not because of my Urnagi smart or something or what that I got where I am. It's just out of sheer favor from the universe. So if the universe can favor me that way, it's my job to make sure that I remain.
Hold my hand.
Sure.
Man, doctor, you are very humble.
I'm not humble. Believe me, I'm not humble.
Please continue to be like that.
Yeah.
Remember, some of us are looking up to you. Just that because of the distance, I couldn't have you. Let me take your blood. Let me take your power.
Thanks.
What are we doing now? We're signing. I don't have a paper to sign, but I can say, whatever that we're doing here, let's agree that we do this voluntarily. So we're doing this out of love. We want people to get to know us better. Richie, I don't like that. Please delete. We're not gonna delete because of the nation, the condition and territory. After 5 years, but no, we can appoint you on this position because of this comment, your podcast.
No, look, Rena I'm very real, my brother.
So
there's
is it
nothing
a yes
to hide.
this
is an agreement. What you got there, it's a purely unfiltered truth from my side, and then I think people deserve to know the entire truth as how it should be. And then this podcast is one of those things to do that.
Behind the scene, we're talking about having something with you on my podcast, which is Network. But there's still a lot of questions that I need to ask you. Tikoloshi. There are a lot of things, but now I want to read you. Of course. Are we still going to have the second one?
Definitely.
Yeah, because of ladies and gents, I might not be asking questions Ladinyaga. So on the second one, please comment and get the question because of Nakenya English. Commenter my fellow. Sale ke cheka so umpoche mo doctor. Sale wara kamera.
I plead the 5th. Thank you, my baby. That book street. I plead the 5th.
Let me read this one. Another one. Kile rato Queen Lira Malisa are no. I want to tikoloshi ya go ja.
No, I think that one was not on the. It was not that posted questions. That one.
What is this?
There's another one. That was the one where I was joking. What? I think.
What is this?
No. Leave that status update. I think there should be another.
There's two.
You opened, yes.
Come on, I've opened the wrong one.
That's the one. I think the network should be back now. It should be able to. We should be able to get it.
I would like you to know more about your upbringing because of your Ubuntu is out of this world. You are not in our league, but we can associate with you without battling ourselves. Wow, come on, man.
That's why I'm saying now, my brother. Let me tell you the truth. Whatever Nike's no graduate of my dream building, or my first money, I'm going to buy full chicken kunandos. Because that has always been my dream when I was growing up in the villages, and then you see these things in TV, and you just aspire for those things. And then I bought that when I just bought that full chicken for myself.
And you've been eating that full chicken.
You understand? You understand what I mean? Now I will like salad that soga because I realized. But the question is I don't know anything else other than what I am and where I come from. I'm not even from Kasi, I'm from the village. A very, very deep village. Sometimes we try to go you understand what I mean? So that's why I don't know anything. That's why I'm not humble, but it's just that this is what I know. I don't stay in town, I stay in a village. My house is in a village.
Where is it?
Okay. In one of the villages, come go.
I did so. Some of the
Braga nena wuce na kele kombo ngusha.
Yeah.
Ya na kele kombo waya vile usu kurbo linda kwese tivi bukombo musenere na lole bala le superintendent. So for me and then I'm biased. I love King Munada.
Okay, yeah.
For me, King Munada is just my guy. But I feel like this season, I see a refi that vibe very talker from me. And you understand what I mean? Although Limene has been a hit throughout the year, I was hoping that maybe somewhere in the middle of the year, because you would release something yellow would still have it as you understand what I mean? So right now, because I'm hoping I last year. Like I love King Munada, but this year maybe I would put it there, and then definitely I would go to Master KG. I would go to Kinele Master KG. It's definitely on the thing. But either way, it doesn't matter. Even if Kilokomp right then.
Where do they find you? Where do they call you, and for what?
Full time I am well, so like you said, I work in George Masevi District Hospital, where I'm the senior clinical manager. I'm the acting superintendent there. Funny enough, ironically, that's where I was born. Yeah, that is where I was born. Funny enough, I'm leading a hospital where I was born in.
Come on.
It's like a cycle completing itself, yeah. So, but Kadi Kakodindumbeng, then I'm found to go high, go Mukopan, Masodi village. I'm found to Masodi village. So normally they would rather send me a WhatsApp. They would send a WhatsApp on the number. They will find it on the Facebook page, which is Dr. Sangoma. So even on the Facebook page, they can send me an inbox, and then from there, they can find me. We are very much available. Actually, even if it's not for consultation, because sometimes consultation does not mean or redo 1, 2, 3, but you understand? Yeah. Sometimes you need to speak to someone, sometimes you need to. So we are very much available 24/7. If I cannot be able to answer and come back to you at the time, I will come back to you. But it's most important that we are there for one another at all times.
Yeah, he just mentioned there about our image. People are going through a lot. Some are taking their life by committed suicide, but it's a story for another day, ladies and gents. Let me say thank you so much one more time for tuning in. Thank you so much for being here. You could have been somewhere else, of course, doing some things, but you chose to be here with
me. My name is Richie B.
Mr. Dangi, my baby. Dangi, my